Today I'm going to go deep down in detail and I'm going to explain the Sef Bey script. Alright, now if you really look at the script is meticulously put together. I'm not just saying anything. And it's the same thing every time. Every single sale is the same. The only time it changes is if you let the person take control. So what we're going to go through today is if you look at this pitch, which you probably got it in front of you, it's intro. You got to come in with the intro. Now with the intro part, immediately you got to take control. And you take control through tone changes. Taking control doesn't mean that you're doing all the talking. But taking control means that when you come in there, the first thing that you got to come on is that you are expert in the field. You didn't just start yesterday. You've been doing this for 20 years. That's the first thing. Second thing, you got to be enthusiastic. You got to come in enthusiastic. And the third thing is you got to be sharp. You got to have a little bit of aggression with it when you come in. The beginning of the pitch is all these three things in one. So as you come off, the first thing that you notice is you calling the customer by their first name. So if the person picks up the phone and it sounds like a man, you automatically going to assume that it's John. So you come on the phone, hey, is this John? Enthusiastic, take control, great. Great and excellent. That's two words I forgot to put up there. Great and excellent are professional ways to say shut up. And if you look through the pitch, great and excellent is in there a lot. And within taking control, when you let the person give you rapport, because the only time they're talking is when they're giving you rapport. Whenever they're talking, you'll get information out of this person. When you first come in, intro. You coming in, hey, first name basis. You call the person first name basis. This is the senior analyst of the National Mortgage Review. This is not a senior analyst. This is the senior analyst. Because once again, like I said, when you first come in, you want to be an expert. You want them to know they're talking to an expert. You're enthusiastic and you're sharp. When I say you're sharp, you say great, great, listen. Listen is taking control again. The word listen is taking control. I know you're busy, so I'll be straight to the point. The reason for the call is due to your benefits that you're implementing. After you've spoken that, you've introduced yourself, you gave them your first name, you've taken control, you need to do tone changes through this because you're going into rapport. Right after you come into the intro, you've introduced yourself, you let them know the reason why you're calling. You're supposed to be going instant rapport. Some of it's going to be conscious, some of it's going to be unconscious. The thing about it is this, either way, anytime they speak, right now you're gathering intelligence. You're finding out their needs, you're going to find out the loan balance, you're going to find out the property value, you're going to find out what kind of mortgage they're in, the interest rate, credit score, if they've been in any refis or any foreclosures. You're going to ask all of these questions. These are the qualifying questions. Right here in rapport, the only time they're going to talk is when they're answering these questions. And the thing about it is, tone changes throughout the entire thing. When you ask a person questions, it's not the question you ask, it's how you ask the question. So when you get a person on the phone, sometimes it's the way you put the questions. So when you come to a person and you say, you ever had any 30-day lates or any loan mods or any refis, does that sound correct? You're sharp, you're straight to the point. The person might consciously or unconsciously answer the question, but either way you're going to make them answer the question, you get into rapport. The whole time you're getting into rapport, the only thing you're trying to do throughout this thing is you're trying to qualify the person. Once you've qualified the person and you figured out exactly what the person's needs are, that's another thing. You got to find out the person's needs while you're talking to them. You're not just talking to a person. While you're talking to the person, when you're getting a rapport, you're finding out everything that's going on. Whether they're a veteran, you're finding out what kind of money they're bringing in, if they got any income. You find out all these different things, and the reason why these persons is giving you this stuff consciously or unconsciously is because of the way you change your tone. If you change your tone in any kind of way, you can ask the person the question, you can get what you want out of it. So basically, when you're coming into that, the certainty, sincerity, all that come with the tone changing. And let me see. All right, now let me see where we're going at. After we found out their needs and we found out everything they need, now we're going into closing. After a while, you should be able to close anybody that's closable. But in the beginning, I should say that maybe between 20 to 30% of the people you get on the phone, after you got the rapport from them, there's no reason why you shouldn't close them. Now, closing is like this. I like to put it like as a metaphor. It's like some people can get this, and it's like you got the knife and you run up to them and you can't do it. You got them all the way right there, you can't close them. Now, I got two different reasons why I feel as though some people get right there and they can't close them. With the pitch that I got, if you're looking at the pictures I said, by the time you got to the time you're closing the person, you got full control of the conversation. You got full control of the conversation. You got all the information they need. Right now, by the time you're closing them, one thing that I say that slow people down is they get overwhelmed. excuse me, a lot of times people get overwhelmed because they still typing info in, they still doing the ping post, they might fumble. Overwhelmed is something that once you slow down, you figure it out, you're going to get through it. Now, another problem that people might get is, why they get to closing, is the why. Now, the why is a big thing, because when you get to the why, you got to know, is this person interested? Is this person persuaded, or at least like enough? And this is the big thing. Before the person go over, you need to get, after from the report, you need to have a why. Why am I sending this person over? Is it cash, or is it I'm lowering the interest rate? What is the reasons why? After you get the why, closing shouldn't be an issue. You should be straight to the closing. So if you guys are looking at the pitch, you go from top to bottom. All this pitch is doing is going from intro, rapport, close. The up part is you talking, the down part is them talking, the up part is you talking. So the intro, when you come in enthusiastic with a bunch of energy, you sharp, you are the senior analyst, you've been doing this for 20 years, you let them talk. By the time they're talking, they realize that they're talking to the senior analyst, so you're still up. These two things, when you talk, you're always in control. The only time that you lose control is when you've lost the call. Anytime you've lost control, you lost the sale. That's how it goes. So you never lose control. When I say you got to keep control, that doesn't mean you're doing all the talking. Even when they're doing the talking, you got to have control. So look over the pitch and go through this again, and we'll make another video to get you guys on the ping post.